Thank you once again. It is a great privilege to be able to share the podium in this valedictory session with such a highly esteemed panel of experts and thought leaders, and also to be able to address you, the very distinguished delegates that we've been together here the last 3 days, our third day. And we've come to the end of the 7th World PetroCoal Congress, and I am happy to announce that we are starting a new journey until the 8th World PetroCoal Congress. And that new journey is, what are the things that we're going to do in our respective areas of occupation to ensure that indeed the world is a better place than it had been. I think as has just been so well articulated in a complete manner by Mr. Thomas, that the pursuit of happiness and quality of life is not measured by what resources one has got at their disposal. And I think, yes, given the example of the United States, where, for example, I think there's like 50 barrels per capita, compared to other countries that have got lesser, that is the quality of life any better? And I think the same question applies to us, that as we have now really committed to ensuring that the work of the World PetroCoal Congress, it goes beyond the borders of India, but it is international. The question is that why are we doing that? Why are all these experienced veterans and subject matter experts committed to doing this? It reminds me of the inaugural speech of the late President John F. Kennedy. And for me, when I see the level of commitment, the dedication, and the contributions that are made by, as I say, the industry veterans, thought leaders, and all subject matter experts, it would appear to me that they too are driven by those immortal words which were uttered by John F. Kennedy in his inaugural speech, which goes in this manner, that with a good conscience, our only sure reward, and history the final judge of our deeds, let us go forth to lead in the land that we love, asking for his help and blessing, but knowing that here on earth, God's work must truly be our own. And for me, that is, I think, what after all gives a good quality of life to all, a good conscience, and to know that history is the fairest judge of all. Therefore, a question is put to us that when at some future dates the courts of history sit in judgment in the role that we have played with the God-given talents, experiences, and expertise, that will those courts of history find that indeed we've been men and women of good judgment, men and women of integrity, men and women of dedication? And if indeed they can find so, I believe that we would have played the role that has been purposed for each one of us. So as I say, that the World PetroCoal Congress is coming to an end in order for us to start a new journey. I am hoping that in the 8th World PetroCoal Congress, we will continue to have the composition, but an even larger, of delegates and participants. But more specifically, my appeal goes to the financial world. Had it not been the role that was played by bankers and financiers, the United States would not have been the economy that it is. And specifically, I refer to the turn of the last century. Had it not been for bankers such as J.P. Morgan, some of the breakthroughs in our area, which is energy and electricity, would not have been realized. Industrialization would not have been what it was. For it was with the contributions and the participation of financiers such as J.P. Morgan that we saw that the Westinghouse Corporation of Thomas Edison was able to thrive and be the world leader that it is. That some of the truly revolutionary breakthrough inventions of Nikola Tesla, who was himself an immigrant in the United States from Croatia, that today AC or alternating current has become the standard. And it was through the participation of that and support of those financiers that indeed those breakthrough technologies redefined how the world is. And I believe that even at this juncture, we need the contribution, the participation, the support of financiers. And as a former investment banker myself, who worked for many years, for more than a decade, exclusively in the area of natural resources, I've got a full appreciation of the importance of ensuring that the bankers can have an understanding from the coal phase of what are the new developments, what are some of the inventions, and what are some of the breakthrough technologies, so that therefore with that understanding, they are in a position, acting as fiduciary, to ensure that many of the wonderful inventions that have been discussed here, some of the ideas that have been discussed here, they too can therefore be able to take those investment decisions as fiduciary on your behalf, for they manage the money of ordinary citizens like you and I. That as fiduciaries, they will be able to act responsibly, therefore achieve the rate of return that they are mandated to achieve for their investors and the investment holders, but at the same time contribute to ensure that our world does indeed become a better place. So the World PetroCoal Congress will grow from strength to strength, and it is my hope that as it does so, we will see not only the financial world joining us, but that also we have support of governments beyond just India, so that as the things that are discussed here are for the betterment of the quality of life for humanity. It has been a wonderful privilege to be with you in the last 3 days, and I indeed look forward to being able to continue to work and participate with the eminent persons that all of you are, in ensuring that our world is a better place than what it had been yesterday. Thank you.